You clicked this because a question has been gnawing at you longer than you want to admit. You've done everything you were told. Showed up early, stayed late, whispered affirmations into your bathroom mirror, felt that warm rush of motivation, and watched it evaporate the moment your next credit card statement arrived. That statement is the scoreboard, and right now, it is telling you something. Something you've been refusing to hear. The playbook you've been following was written for someone else's benefit, not yours. Think about the last 5 years. You saved where you could, skipped the vacation, packed lunch, and felt responsible doing it. The net result of all that discipline is a savings account. That wouldn't cover 2 months of rent if your job vanished tomorrow. That is not bad luck. That is the predictable output of a system designed to keep you running in place while feeling productive. Here is the specific lie. You were taught that wealth is a reward for obedience. Show up, work hard, spend less than you earn, and the math will eventually tip your way. But grab a calculator and run the numbers on your salary, minus rent, minus groceries, minus insurance, minus the subscription you forgot to cancel. What remains is not a foundation. It is loose change on a kitchen counter. No amount of visualization turns loose change into a down payment. The people who told you to picture the life you want, until you can taste it, they weren't trying to hurt you. They just skipped the part where imagination, without a structural plan, is nothing but a bedtime story for adults. You've been lullabied into patience while the cost of everything you want climbed quietly out of reach, month by month. So before we go any further, sit with one uncomfortable fact. The habits you're proudest of, the budgeting, the grind, the delayed gratification, those aren't wealth-building tools, they are survival tools. And there is a canyon between surviving and actually getting ahead. At your current pace, what exact year do you finally stop trading your daylight for just enough? Every single dollar you don't spend becomes a quiet little employee that clocks in while you sleep. Send that dollar into an asset, a dividend fund, an interest-bearing account, anything that mails you a thank you note in the form of cash flow. And it starts recruiting other dollars to join the shift. That is not poetry. That is compound math. Someone spending every last cent is essentially firing their entire workforce every payday and starting from zero the following morning. Here is what financial ruin looks like in slow motion. It is not a single catastrophe. It is Tuesday night, standing in a convenience store, dropping $4 on a snack you won't remember by Wednesday morning. Multiply that forgettable moment across 10 years, and you're staring at a hole worth more than $25,000. One man proved it in reverse. He swapped every impulse purchase for a packed lunch, funneled the leftover change into a low-cost index fund, and a decade later those boring sandwiches had quietly compounded into a sum most people never save on purpose. He didn't need a strategy. He needed one mechanical reflex. So here is the only move that matters tonight. Open your banking app and set up an automatic transfer. Pick a number so small it embarrasses you. $10 or even $5. Schedule it to fire the instant your paycheck lands, before you see the updated balance, before your thumb drifts toward a cart icon, before impulse even enters the room. That transfer is a locked door between the version of you that earns and the version that leaks. Strip it down even further. Tomorrow morning, batch cook one meal you would normally buy. Take the exact amount you saved and move it somewhere you can't reach easily. That is the entire method. Boring enough that nobody will congratulate you for doing it. But ask yourself honestly, when was the last time an exciting financial decision actually made you wealthier? Or did it just make you feel wealthier for an afternoon? That question is worth sitting with. Drop your honest answer in the comments, because what comes next only lands once you've faced that one truth. So here is the promise, and it is smaller than you hoped, but larger than you think. You won't wake up rich. You will wake up with options. 1 month of rent sitting quiet in an account that doesn't scream at you. The ability to say no to a shift that grinds you down. A Tuesday where the car breaking down is annoying, not apocalyptic. That is the exit ramp, and it doesn't arrive through motivation. It arrives through repetition, so boring, it feels like nothing is happening. Sell the gadget, collecting dust under your bed. Spend 10 minutes learning one skill someone will pay you for by Sunday. These aren't the actions of ambition. These are the actions of someone who refuses to stay trapped. Do one today, not because it will make you wealthy, because it will make you less poor, repeated across months. Wealth is not the goal. The goal is waking up and realizing the emergency fund now covers 2 emergencies. The goal is breathing deeper when you check your balance. The goal is knowing that if everything breaks, you have 72 hours of cushion instead of 72 seconds of freefall. Compound interest is not just about money growing, it is about fear shrinking. Close this video. Stand up. Pick the smallest money building act you can finish before you sleep tonight.